So we are discussing activity regarding which will tells about nature of friction and also which will demonstrate static friction and sliding friction. So what we will do, we will consider one table. Will in the on the table we will place one toy trolley. On the toy trolley we will place one wooden block, and the wooden block is tied with one string, inextensible string, and inextensible string. That means it won't be stretchable, and that will be passed over pulley, and the other end of the other end of the string is what you called is placed to the fixed to the one weight hanger string. Then this weight hanger is going on apply the force means vertically downwards. It is going on this weight hanger. For weight, its weight will going on pull towards downwards. Weight will pull toward downwards because weight is nothing but a force acting on the object due to the Earth's gravity. Force acting on the object due to the Earth's gravity. So as a result, it will going on apply vertically downward force. As a result, this toy trolley will start moving towards left side. Then during that time, you have to observe this wooden block. Where the wooden block will come along with the toy trolley, moves along with the toy trolley, or will it stay there, or will it fall? That we have to see. It will also move along with the toy trolley. Why it will move along with the toy trolley? Because the surface of the toy trolley is going on applying frictional force on the wooden block, which will try to oppose the motion of the wooden block. That's why the wooden block won't fall. It will come along with the toy trolley. So here frictional force is applying on the wooden block by the surface of the toy trolley in the direction of motion. So we can tell that here the frictional force is acting between the surface of the toy trolley and the surface of the wooden block. And that frictional force is opposing the wooden block not to fall or not to move. As a result, it will be in rest position and it will come along with this toy trolley. That frictional force is nothing but static friction. What do you call static friction? So why the static friction you are telling? Because the frictional force which is acting between the two surfaces, between the wooden block and between the what do you call surface of the toy trolley. Between the wooden block and between the surface of the toy trolley, which are relatively rest in state. That's why that force is known as static friction. What is a static friction? Here the frictional force is acting on a wooden block in the direction of motion. At the same time, there will be a frictional force act between the toy trolley wheel surfaces and surface of the table. Where that force is known as sliding friction. What is a sliding friction? Why it will call sliding friction? Because it is acting, it comes to play between the two surfaces which are relatively in motion. That's why that is known as a sliding friction. What is a sliding friction? Here, then there will be a limit for this what you call this static friction, or there will be a limit for this what you say frictional force which is acting in the direction of motion. Then if you going on increase the weights, this toy trolley will going on move, and after little bit distance of traveling, then this wooden block starts moving in reverse direction. Right? Whenever it reaches to the limit of this static friction, or limit of this inextensible string friction, then whenever it crosses that limit of that inextensible friction or static friction, then what we call this the block will start moving what we call reverse direction. There where that is called as limit of the static friction. What is it? Limit of static friction. Then, so here we are, what is the nature of the friction? Nature of the friction is the frictional force is a force which always try to oppose the motion of the wooden block with respect to surface of the toy car. There, the friction force is acting between the wooden block and the toy car surface, which is in the direction of motion of the toy car because of the gravitational force acting on the wooden this weight hanger by the earth. Now, whenever what you call it crosses its limit, that frictional force will have certain limit. That static friction will have certain limit. Whenever it crosses that static limit of that static friction, then what will happen? This wooden block won't move along with the toy trolley, and it starts moving what we call the backward direction, reverse direction. Then in that case, what happens? The acceleration is more than, means this force, which force, what we call the weight force, is more than the static friction acting between toy trolley and what we call wooden block. As a result, this force will overcome the static friction which is acting between the toy trolley surface and wooden block. When this acceleration overcomes that static friction, as a result, what will happen now? It will fall back, or it starts moving back. So in this way, we can able to show you, we are demonstrating nature of friction. What is the nature of friction? It is always opposing the friction. It is always opposing the friction. Motion of the wooden block, which is relatively resting state with respect to toy trolley. At the same time, there is a static, which is sliding friction acting between what we call toy trolley surfaces and table surfaces, which are relatively in motion, which we will call sliding friction. So in that way, with this activity, we are explaining about, we come to know about nature of the friction flows, and also static friction we are demonstrating, sliding friction we are demonstrating. Now rolling friction. Now if we have one suitcase, we place one suitcase on a table, or what we call on one floor, and for that what we call suitcase, you will have what we called hanger, or what we called holder. Suppose one folder will be there. For this folder, you want to call five and hold it and try to pull that one. Try to pull. Now, is it easy in this case, or for the same what we call suitcase? If you have a roller arrangements, then what will happen? Now in this case, it is easy to pull that. These are the rollers, we'll say. Rollers. Where it is will be easy to move that one. It is easy to pull this suitcase or weight in the second case compared to what we call first case. Why? Here the frictional force is more. And the frictional force is more because the total surface is in touch with the two rubbing surfaces are what we call in touch with this. Both are to greater extent. As a result, the frictional force is large, frictional force is very high, then we need more effort to pull this suitcase towards us. Whereas here, rollers are rolling on the surface of the floor. As a result, frictional force will be reduced. It is easy to pull the suitcase towards us. In that way, we can able to tell that what we call rollers. The frictional force acting between the rollers and the surface, where they are rolling on the surface, on the frictional force acting between the rolling surfaces and the surface of the floor where they are rolling. That friction is called as rolling friction. What is it? Rolling friction. Next, whenever airplanes are moving through the what we call air, or whenever ships are sailing in what we call in water, like submarines are traveling in water, then there will be a what we call friction offered by the fluids, water and air, on the what we call objects, which will try to restrict the motion of that objects, which we will call it as fluid friction. Fluid friction, or it is also known as a drag. It is also known as a drag. So let us keep our total hand. You take a tub of water. You place your hand totally immersed in the water and try to move horizontally. If you try to move horizontally, it will be easy to move horizontally. Whereas no, you try to move upwards and downwards, then it will be easy to move. Whereas when you try to move, how to say, horizontally, where we have to penetrate through the water, we have to move through the water, then the water will apply the frictional force or force of stopping force, which will try to restrict our hand movement, which will call it as a fluid friction, or we can able to tell that drag. Then how to reduce, how to overcome that friction? And then we will have a special shape like a bird, or what to call like a fishes, which will have the narrow, what to call the end, narrow what to call end, narrow open end, narrow starting end. Then as a result, this fluid friction will be stopped. In that way, what to call, somewhat on reflection on concepts, we discussed regarding kinds of friction, which are static friction, sliding friction, rolling friction, and fluid friction. Among this, static friction is less than the sliding friction. Thank you.